Formal induction of the graduating batch to the prestigious GIKAA Institute Alumni Association.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Executive Director Focus, Mr. GIKIAA, Professor Dr. President Khalid, Director GIKIAA, Prorectors, Deans, Faculty members, and last but not the least, the graduating batch of 2025. Assalamu alaikum. It's very heartening here to see such fresh faces celebrating their convocation and their graduation. I'm so happy to be here today. And the minute you turn towards GIKAA, it feels like coming back home. So the moment your car turns from the motorway, you get down and you cross that Kandila Dam or Ghazi, it feels like you're coming back home. So I feel very privileged and honored to be here today amongst Batch 31 on this momentous occasion of their graduation. I would like you all to please give a big hand to your parents and family who have supported you and enabled you to be here today. Secondly, I would like you all to please give a big hand to the members of the faculties, the deans, the teachers, the members of this institute and SOPRIS who have given you this enabling environment and also supported you through this journey. And at the end, I would like you all to please give a big hand to yourselves for completing these 4 chapters. Today marks the end and also a beginning. The end because my 3 years as the president of the GIKIAA Alumni Association have come to an end. But a beginning and transition for you because today you change from being students to the alumnus of this great institute. I welcome you all to be now members of the GIKIAA Alumni Association with almost about 8,000 members in 72 plus countries. With time you will realize that there are contributions that this elite group of graduates from this institute in Pakistan, in KP, which is no less than a miracle given the conditions of our country, having an institute like this in KPK and giving or just imparting the quality of education that we are, you'll find that our graduates are contributing to some of the best, organizations, companies, or economies around the world. From being, scientists at NASA to, teaching at Cambridge to being just investment bankers on, the Wall Street. You'll find founders in the Silicon Valley, you'll find engineers working in Saudi Arabia, you'll find engineers working in UAE, in Germany. So this is an elite group that you're joining today. And with time, your connection with this is only going to grow as it has for me. Because over the years, I found myself coming back to this institute. At start, you feel as if you've been liberated, you've gone out, but with time, you start coming back to your home and contributing, and that is the spirit that we try to impart at the, this Alumni Association, because it's all about helping others achieving what you have or you are achieving today. Another thing that you will realize with time in your journey that it is more about your character than your credentials, about how you give back to society, how you contribute back to your country, to your city, to your school, to your university, to your family, to the people who have helped you achieve in life. Your resilience to be able to face challenges or to take setbacks in life and keep moving forward. And the third is to have adaptability. I do not agree with Darwin. It's not the survival of the fittest, but the survival of the one which is most adapt or the one which can change the fastest. And in this day and age, with AI and blockchain and this revolution of technology which is coming, you'll find that you'll have to adapt and do so at a very fast pace. It will not be easy. Because the job market is changing every day. Jobs which were there maybe 5 years ago will not be available to you. And you'll have to change and maybe innovate. Or become your own bosses, start your own companies. But that is the challenge that we face today. And even if you will not own the GIKIA Alumni Association, we will always own you. Wherever you go, now with the setup of this network that we have in different cities or 72 countries, you'll find support, you'll find some foundation to fall back on. Or have people who can support and guide you in different walks of life, who have been in the same position that you are today. With that, I would like to talk about some of our achievements over the past 3 years. The work that we did, and it was a challenging time because when we joined, due to FATF and our regulations, the tax laws were changing. All of our NGOs and NPOs that we had in Pakistan had to go through a re-registration under different acts. And we were faced with the challenge where we had to build the entire organization or association from bottom up. And so we went for our re-registration under the ICT Charities Act of 2021. We've also applied for our NPO status, which is in final stages of approval from FBR. In our fundraising, we almost doubled or more than doubled the fundraising targets which were there in the previous tenure. And all our previous presidents have done an exceptional work or task to keep this association afloat and reach the stage where we are today. So not taking anything away from them, but during this tenure we reached almost about or raised over PKR 125 million. Established the first 2 endowment seats and the third is going to be signed today, inshallah, with Sopris, with their support. And I'm very thankful to our Executive Director, Shakil Durrani Sahab, for granting 2.6 million from Sopris to make this third seat possible because we raised almost about 7.4 million. And Aurangzeb Bhai from Batch 1, based out of California, he and his friends had contributed 7.5 million, and we were short by almost about 2.6 million. Where Shakil Sahab most graciously offered us in our call last Friday, and we are most grateful that this third seat will also be signed and established today. We were able to support more than 150 students, launched again with the support of the President of Sopris, who is not here today, but from day one, Engineer Salim Saifullah Sahab has been most forthcoming and supportive of all the initiatives that we have taken. Not a single time did we go to him and ask for his support and he said no. So we are most grateful to him. And our Director, Dr. Fazal Khalid Sahab, had a similar way of supporting the Alumni Association throughout these 3 years. And with their collaborative support, we were able to establish the GIKIA Alumni Association Relations Office here, which was also budgeted for, and it has now become an integral part of our operations. So the first newsletter was also launched about 1 month ago by our ARO officer, Mehmood Zafar Sahib, who has worked day and night to make that possible. So thank you so much for all of your efforts, and Safiyaz as well. We conducted the first of its kind elections with almost about 1,400 plus votes being cast, which meant almost about 25% or 20% participation of our student body or alumni, which has never happened before. And that just shows that the interest in the Institute and the Alumni Association is growing with each day. We've also received certification from PCP, the Pakistan Center of Philanthropy, which opens doors for more funding for us from different sources. We do not have to rely only on the students giving us their donations, sadaqah and zakat. We can also go for bigger organizations under the CSR programs, or we could even qualify for the government funding under the PCP certification. We've also expanded our network with or almost doubled our chapter chairs and regional coordinators in 70 plus countries. These are not just statistics. These are actual people who are working on ground or students being supported through these initiatives. With this, I would like to thank SOPRIS, the GIKIAA Institute, the students, alumni, our regional coordinators, our batch representatives, our chapter chairs, executive committee members, our AROs, my vice presidents who could not make it today because of a clash in their work schedules, but they contributed significantly. Zainul Hassan, our Vice President Student Affairs, was in charge of all the scholarships and financial assistance. Our Vice President, Ms. Amna, was in charge of our global operations. Our Vice President, Finance and Administration, Ms. Rabia, was in charge of all the finance. And all three of them did a wonderful job, exceptional work. And even the vice presidents or the members of our executive committee who joined us over the 3 years that we were here, all contributed to the best of their ability. And I'm most thankful to each and every one of them. As I step down now, I do so with complete confidence that the next team, the next president, the next vice presidents, the executive committee, will take this platform forward and even take it to more heights or reach higher heights of philanthropy, innovation, and institutional strengthening. At the end, to our graduating batch, I would like to share with you some advice which was given to me by my late mother, was to always dress up for failure. It's easy when things are going well to look good, to dress up for success. But your true test is in failure. You should always dress up for it, because it makes it easier to handle, and that is where your character will always be tested. During the last 3 years was a personally challenging time as well, because during my second year I lost my mother in her battle with cancer. But that was a time when she was in the ICU at Shifa inside Islamabad, when we were setting up our first endowment seat. And she had been in coma for almost about 7 or 8 days. And she knew about the activities that I was undertaking at GIKIAA. And coincidentally, she regained consciousness the day that we were supposed to sign the first seat. And taking her first advice, I was student who was sitting right in front of her, and she opened her eyes and she asked me what's going on, as if nothing had happened. And I told her that today they're signing the seat, but I'm here with you. And she said, you must go and participate or contribute in any good thing that is taking place in your society. You have to do that. And taking her advice, I did come that day to GIKIAA. And maybe Allah wanted me to be a part of my GIKIAA family during this challenging time, which made it easier to cope with this loss. And maybe one day when I see her again, she'll be happy with whatever we have been able to do here. At the end, I would just like you all, or just encourage all of you to remain curious, be generous, wear the badge of GIKIAA, not with pride, but with purpose. And in the words of Rumi, if you see darkness around you, you should look again, because you might be the candle that Allah has lit. So with that, I would like to end my speech. And Pakistan Zindabad, GIKIAA, Zindabad. I would request you all to please rise for the oath. The oath taking and formal induction of the graduating batch of GIKIAA Alumni Association, 25th June 2025. When I say I, you can take your names. I hereby solemnly pledge that I shall work sincerely and to the best of my ability for the welfare I shall always work with honesty and dedication to serve my profession and maintain the highest standards of professional ethics and moral integrity. Today, as I am being accepted as a member of the Association of GIKIAA Alumni, I pledge that I shall serve in any activity, that I shall serve this association as best as I can, and I shall refrain from indulging in any activity unbecoming